Hey guys, this is Manifesting Better, and I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account. The link is in the description box below. You can go check it out. Coaching is also available. For that too, the link is in the description box below. Today's topic is very, very important and very close to my heart because I think that when we cover this topic and when we start applying this in our life, we will actually see a massive result and a change in our manifesting journey. I personally got started getting a lot of results when I started learning how to handle resistance, and that is the topic resistance and how to handle it. And when I started learning how to handle it, and when I actually started applying it on a day to day basis, the whole journey changed. Many of the manifestations which were stuck started showing up. Now, they probably won't show up instantly, even though they can, but just keep applying it. You will understand what I'm trying to say. This is how I handle it. There are many other ways people handle it, and there is no wrong way. Whichever one resonates with you, please use it and handle the resistance that way. Also, I will be categorizing the resistance in a few sections, but please know these are categories made by me because it helps me understand the process better. You don't have to categorize it like this, and you don't have to use these categories. Don't put a rule on yourself when there shouldn't be one. This is just for myself to make it easier for myself. And you will be very, very resistant actually, and you will be very, very, your old state will retaliate when you will try this because the old state is your old comfort zone, which is just staying there. So when you will actually start to change, more resistance will come up. So please do apply it. It has worked very well for me. I have had more than 4,000 clients now. It has worked very well for them, for the ones who have applied it, and I intend it works very well for you. The first thing that I want to talk about is how I have categorized resistance into three parts. There are three types of resistance basically. The first resistance is when you have opposing thoughts. The second resistance is when you have opposing feelings. The third is the resistance you create for yourself. So let's just first start talking about the third form of resistance that you create for yourself. How do you create resistance for yourself? By chasing, by stalking, by double texting, constantly reaching out, constantly trying to make it happen, not applying the thing that you are doing, constantly changing techniques, constantly watching new videos, constantly applying new and new and new things instead of sticking to something, constantly dwelling into the old state, constantly talking to people about it, constantly repeating the old story. One very important thing that you have to realize is that what this form does is that there is no way anyone else can come and help you out of it. This, when you do, is just lack of discipline. This, when you do, is you creating more and more and more resistance for yourself by yourself that you have to clear later. So please understand this, that in the end, this is your life, this is your manifestation. Might sound weird, but no one cares about it as much as you do. So please take responsibility and please start controlling your actions. That is the one thing that you are in charge of. Then comes the second form of resistance. That is when you have opposing thoughts. What do I mean by opposing thoughts? I mean thoughts like, what if it doesn't happen? Where is it? When will it happen? How will it happen? How will that clear up? What if he doesn't love me? What if she doesn't love me? What if I always stay poor? Basically, any thought that is not in alignment to what you want to be. So, I use a three-step process here. Please understand that this is again, these steps are made by me to make it easier for myself. You don't have to do it in these steps, but please please try it. It will help you. The first step is to always accept the resistance. I learned this from Amy from Illuminating Joy. She has the best resistance playlist on YouTube. So I learned it many years back. So you can check that out too. I will put a link of her channel in the description too. She talks about how this is an all inclusive universe, and instead of fighting resistance, you should start including it. That is the first step. Accept that I have this piece of resistance. Accept that I have these fears. Accept that I have these beliefs right now. And I think that I don't understand how it is going to work right now. The second thing that you do is tell yourself that, all right, even though I have this resistance, I can still get what I want. The third thing is to change your focus to something that makes you feel good. Now, please understand that I would recommend not changing your focus with the manifestation process in itself. So let's say if you are manifesting a person and your piece of resistance is how will it happen, or it's that, oh, he doesn't love me, I would recommend not going back to, oh, he loves me. That is not how I would personally recommend changing your focus. I would recommend changing your focus to do something by doing something that makes you feel good in that moment, and by doing something for yourself, because I don't want the manifestation to be the basis of you feeling good. Can be anything, any engaging activity that can help you feel a little bit better. What will help you with this is having a busy life and a good life, have building a life for yourself, because when you have a life for yourself, when you have things to do on a day-to-day basis that you like doing and that you enjoy, it's very easy to change your focus and shift your focus. Can be anything, watching a movie, calling a friend, eating ice cream. If time doesn't allow it, maybe washing your face, maybe taking a few deep breaths, anything. After that, after when you start to feel better, you can go and focus, do your affirmations, whatever. Now comes the third and the last form of resistance. That was the second point when I initially stated the points, is that how to handle opposing feelings. Now think of these feelings as your body's muscle memory and your body's reactions to something that previously happened to you, and your body remembers that, oh, when this thought came, when this thing happened, it hurt me, so that is just coming up. Maybe it can be sadness, it can be anxiety, it can be anything. Very important way to handle it, again, it's in three steps. The first step is to accept it, that all right, I'm feeling something, and it will go very it is very similar as how I handle anxiety. I have a video on that too. I will put that in the description too. So it's identify where you feel it first. It's either in your stomach, in your chest, or in your abdomen. Let that feeling sit there. Then tell yourself that, all right, now this feeling is here. I am not going to put any opinions on it. This feeling is just a feeling that is sitting here. I can still get what I want even though I have this feeling. Now, what can I do to feel a little bit better? Now, I don't mean that you will instantly feel on top of the world, even though you can, but put your focus into feeling just a little bit better. Start learning how to let that resistance sit there and start to self soothe and make yourself feel good. Again, not on the basis of the manifestation, but on the basis of yourself. One thing that you have to realize, and haven't mentioned it here, which might be surprising, is I never recommend flipping thoughts. Yes, it might work for some people, never works for me, my opinion. I find it very obsessive and I find that it becomes a constant fight. And what happens is that the more you try to flip them, the more you focus on them, and the more it becomes a constant back and forth battle. How I see it is that if I cannot win in a physical fight against myself, how can I win in a mental fight? So use that information. The more you fight, the more it grows. Your fighting is your attention, is your energy that you're giving to that thing, and that thing keeps growing. A bully goes away when you stop running away from them. And these thoughts are eventually just thoughts that are just your past beliefs and just your past, your past state that is just coming to protect you in some way, shape, or form. You don't have to fight it, you don't have to run away. Just accept it, let it be there. Include the resistance, like Amy says, include the resistance rather than excluding it, because it is an all inclusive universe as creation is finished. You will see massive results when you apply this. This is it for today's video. If you have any questions or if you have any methods that work for you too, drop them drop them down in the comments below. Maybe it will help someone. I will see you in the next one.